Thank you so much for stopping in. I'm going to take this deck of cards again. We're going to do an intuitive card reading for us today. I thought a good question would be, I wrote it down, what should we do when we feel like everything is resisting us? Like we try to use our voice and it gets scratchy. We try to do something creative and we just are not feeling the flow. That's just some really simple examples. When we want to do something, but things keep delaying us, or mostly delaying us because, eventually we get around to getting what we want. But I just thought it would be an interesting question to ask. What should we do when we feel like everything is resisting us? Where we just can't move forward in a smooth way. Let's see what the cards have to say today. First card. The messaging that I'm getting right now for this is, be gentle on yourself. Sometimes you expect too much of yourself. And when you expect too much of yourself, sometimes you need a rest. When we sense that you need a rest, we will put delays in front of you in order for you to step back and sometimes stop, sometimes go slower, sometimes rethink what you want to do. That requires self-reflection sometimes. That requires, what is it that you truly want? And it also involves what other people expect of you. You want to perform for others. You want to do what's right for others. And sometimes we delay you because it isn't necessarily right for you, and it gives you some time to think. Next card. Yeah, it gives you some time to think. It gives you some time to reflect. It gives you some time to make a judgment on what it is that you really want. And are you doing it for the betterment of humanity, the betterment of yourself, the betterment of the group? Or are you doing it simply to please another person so that you please them? Not for something more than that, but something you're doing to please another person. And sometimes you just need to slow down. Sometimes you just need to slow down so that you do not flow into the negative energy pattern that you're flowing towards. This is really interesting. So that you're not flowing into the negative energy that lays in front of you. Instead, we attempt to slow you down so you don't get into that negative flow that would be of harm to you, possibly, that would cause anxiety for you, that will cause potential harm to you. Sometimes that is why we place delays. So you need to flow with it. You need to trust, and you need to know that we are waiting and always with you. Sorry, I'm going to interrupt here. This is spirit guides talking. This is spirit guide energy talking. We stand before you so that we guide you, and you have to know that you can trust us. And in trusting us, you know that when we delay things, it's for your best interest for a variety of reasons. And then you are able to balance the flow. You're able to see a new perspective. You're able to understand that with a delay, when you stand back and you look into what happened in a day, you can reflect and say, that was a really good delay. In when it's happening, you're frustrated, you're upset. When you look back onto that delay, you realize it was for your best interest. It was for putting you onto a more appropriate path. It was so that you would be crossing paths with another person that you need to meet, crossing paths with another person that you need to receive energy from and not meet them, because there are many human people walking upon the earth who hold particular energies that they are not necessarily aware of and that you are not necessarily aware of. But as we work on getting those two to cross the paths, we are helping you cross that path so you can absorb the energy that you need to expand your enlightenment, to expand your knowledge. And it's just an energetic flow in that case. But we will do that for you because it is important to your life path for your particular soul growth. So when they're saying this, when you ask, what should I do when I feel resistance? Appreciate that there are more things happening at one time in your life besides physical activity, besides walking, besides driving, besides thinking that you have to finish a project. Those are physical. We are talking about the metaphysical. We're talking about the energetics that are around you that you do not see. So trust that there is more than just your physical reality happening at one time and all the time. And when you are delayed, you many times can stop and look back and discover what it was that you needed to do or that you were guided towards that was really important at that time. And the delay allowed it to happen. That's all I have. That's where they've ended. So that is great. That's really good. We're gonna have to listen to this one again. Anyway, the question was, what should we do when we feel like everything is resisting us? Listen to it again if you need to, because they've given us the answer. Thank you so much for stopping in, and please stay tuned because there is a lot more to come.